The insanity of 2020 is probably coming to your area, sooner or later, ready or not. So why not be ready for the inevitable? Sit there and watch CNN or Fox all you want, taking in the mayhem in LA, New York, Portland, and elsewhere. But then, what happens when you look up and out the window and see the violence on your street, in your yard, coming through your door? You better have a plan. Have a seat, class is in. Live from Honduras. It's a lesson you need to hear. It's one thing to watch this stuff unfold on television and play armchair general. It's another to pick the brain of someone who has lived it. Pay attention. Previously, at Freedom Prepper, we've addressed surviving all-out civil war and firearms for riot defense. This segment is not about taking it down another notch. Rather, it's about knowing how to defend yourself in a riot and from a mob. It is about violence, though perhaps not of the bullet-firing variety. Still, again, this is about using violence. Pretend we are well past the time for avoidance or negotiation. So, how do you make it out alive? It is simple if the methodology is a little unpleasant sounding to more genteel ears. This is advice from someone who's been in the shit before, in prisons, riots, and civil wars. It was up to him then, and it's up to you now. You've heard this before. Use common sense, as always. It's the same now, but the stakes are much higher. Mr. Bone has a plan he calls Match the Hatch. That is the coupling of ordinary situational awareness and the application of the old gray man principle. First, you have to pay attention to the surroundings and the people on the street. It pays to know what's going on politically, criminally, and in other ways in the particular location where you find yourself. And it is paramount to do what you can to fit in or blend in. If it can be avoided, don't say where, or do anything that could be used against you. You want to, you must match the look, the feel, and the emotion of the action unfolding around you. He uses the great example of BLM, and thank goodness he calls them what they are. They are not people you need to bother reasoning with. Don't argue and don't stand out against terrorists masquerading as civil rights protesters. This is not a protest lesson, it's about rights. Times have changed, for the worse, and you must adapt to survive. When you're in it, you need to drop the politics, at least yours, and mimic what the mob is into. Add fitting into fight, flight, freeze routine for surviving dangerous events. If they're chanting, you might want to join them, even as you slide towards the exit. If they wear purple, there might be a reason for that. Bone relates his personal experience with surviving such trauma the intelligent way. You may be studied by the mob. They're reading you and sizing you up. Be ready. Fit in, as needed, but do not look like an easy target. Present a deterrent, but try not to extend an invitation to be attacked. Look crazy if necessary. It would pay to understand hand-to-hand combat if needed. If that's new to you, then keep it simple and combat-oriented. Remember you are outnumbered. Be prepared to strike first, and second, third, etc. Hit hard. Do damage. This is with your fists or with any weapon you have. Be ready, armed or not. There is a game element to fighting numbers. Bone covers that in quick but excellent detail. Hurt them. Always beware of what the others are doing, and where they are, as you deal with the initial threat. Move immediately to the second. As they see their numbers diminish, they will think about abandoning this now costly attack on you. That's your chance to exit. Use it. This is a fight you want to win. It's a fight you have to win. Remember that a hard target is not that attractive to a soft or undetermined adversary. Now would be a great time to read some Sun Tzu. Beat them mercilessly until they give it up. Then reconsider and move on, and you make your getaway. We're not talking about normal anymore. Erase that term from your mind, or else. This could easily be a fight for your life, and even the lives of the ones you care about. How bad will it get? We're not there just yet. The riots or general mayhem are enough. Don't be there. But if you are, make sure you're the one that walks away. Visit freedomprepper.com. Mr. Bone and Bone Tactical have a video you need to watch.